Okay. So today I was going to, let's see. Okay. So today we have another viewer request for a deck. This time it's going to be a Kolgrim Lockdown deck. Now, as everyone is probably aware, Lockdown got changed fairly recently and no longer stops your opponent from using the leader ability for the entire game. Instead, you have the ability to order, disable it for the round, and if they use theirs, you can spawn 2 operatives in your melee row. You get 3 provisions back, but I think the general consensus is that it's pretty weak right now, and I agree, but this guy wants to see a Lockdown deck with Kolgrim in it, so here we go. Yeah, I think he also requests, he said that he might want to see a Masquerade Ball and Kolgrim. That's too many provisions, I think, so we're going to go with this, Madoc instead. You could squeeze in Masquerade Ball, but it's really hard, right, because you have only bronzes at that point. But anyway, so we have the Kolgrim, right? Focus of the deck, Adrenaline 1. Now, you can either go all in on Kolgrim, right? So you can go like put in Roach, take him out of your deck. You can put in Knickers, take him out of your deck. You can put in Madoc, so you can draw a card and extend the duration of the Adrenaline 1, right? Because you have to have 1 card in your hand, but if you keep drawing with like Madoc and Strigobor, right, you can keep drawing so the Adrenaline 1 lasts more turns essentially. You can go all in like that, that's one option. And what I decided to do is go for a less of a full focus on Kolgrim, right? Because we are playing with Lockdown, so we need to come up with other ways to get value in the deck. So basically, if we're using Lockdown, we have a not great leader ability. We want our opponent's deck to be bad, so I went with a sort of clogging up their deck approach. Anyway, we'll get there. So we start with Oneiromancy. We need to play Kolgrim at some points. We also need to play Letho Kingslayer. Letho Kingslayer we're going to aim to hit Madoc with, basically doubling up on the value from Madoc. You have to be careful with the Kingslayer, because you don't... With Madoc, right, he's a 3 and he does 3 damage with the Cataclysm. With Letho, he's a 5 when he comes back, which is really good for recurring value, but it's a low tempo play when you do it. And if you like sacrifice him for his order to do 3 damage with the Cataclysm, you lose 5 points. You gotta be careful about doing that if you don't have another bomb in your hand. Then we have Fifion. This slot I changed around several times before deciding to go with this for this video. I tried out different things. We tried out Anna Henrietta. Tried out what else we try out? Oh yeah, we tried out Tahir just for another win condition. Invocation's good, but it kind of goes against the Kolgrim theme. You could definitely use it here if you wanted the removal. Those are some good options. Tahir is less. It's always answered, but you know, it's fun. We have Kolgrim, we have War Council, we have to thin our deck out. War Council looks for cards. Gwent, there's a lot of options here. Obviously, the one we typically want to go for clogging up the opponent's deck is the Viper Witcher. But let's see which one is the one that swaps with the deck. I would mix up their names. The Alchemist. The Alchemist is another good option sometimes if you don't have an opener, which happens a lot if you're playing a lot of bombs and stuff. See, we only have 14 units, so you can end up with... You don't have anything you want to play first, you can always, if you have no other option, go for the Alchemist and try and take something off their deck. We have War the All-Seeing. Put the lowest card at the top of their deck. We don't really use him for the... What you usually see people do is melee, so you can put their highest card on top of their deck and then Cantarella it. We don't really do that. You can put the highest card on top of the deck and swap with it though if you want to, which is a solid option. It's like the discount version of Cantarella, but it's not bad. Then we have Artorias Vigo. We have to thin our deck as much as possible. We have the hunting packs for him. And if you don't want hunting packs, or don't want the 1-cost copy, you can just play them normally. You can use this from their Viper Witcher or something. We have Cynthia. Again, put the Guardian on top of their deck. Want to mess them up. You want to be careful about the order in what you do Cynthia and Gorthaguad and All-Seeing and the Alchemist, because we play 2 Alchemists also. We'll get down to them in a second. But you don't want to swap yourself to one of the cards you put on their deck, obviously. Then we have Roderick. Search through our deck, thins it out a little bit. Northern Wind. So here's the bombs we're playing for Madoc, right? 2 Northern Winds, a Moondust, 2 Demiridium Bombs, a Dancing Star. So Northern Winds is really good because it's Death Blow for the Banish. really nice. What's quite annoying though is that when you play the people who play Northern Wind and banish your Madoc are also people who are also playing Northern Wind and Madoc. So you just like end up both losing your Madocs a lot of the time. But it's quite good against other stuff as well. So if you play against some of the decks that play, if you ever play a Lippy deck, I haven't seen one in a little bit actually, you can banish stuff from that. It's really good. If you play Blue Stripes, you can banish the Blue Stripe Commandos, because 4 damage will kill him, stuff like that. Moondust, I put in one near Moondust for the Purify. Being able to remove a defender's Purify, or defender's status is really good. And the other thing is, even if a lot of the defenders have armor, right, so it doesn't do damage, so you can, it's basically a Purify for 0 points, because most of the time a shield or an armor or something will block most of the damage. It's not a big tempo swing. You'll bring back the Madoc, so it's not as low a tempo as it could be. We have Coated Weapons, again, some removal and to put stuff on top of their deck, solid option. 2 Viper Witcher Alchemists to swap top cards to their deck, be annoying. We have 2 Hunting Packs for the Artorias Vigo, and our last bronze unit is the Viper Witcher. So we put copies of stuff on top of their deck. The absolute best things to hit with this are tokens. So if they play the Viper Witcher Students, boom, give them a 2 token on top of their deck. They play Usurper and steal the Operatives back, give them some more, stuff like that, right? And obviously also if they play things that search copies of themselves, you put 1 more on top of the deck, that's great. Don't put more than 1 though, usually, because then they could just get their tempo play from it. Then Demeridian Bombs because of 4 for 4, and Dancing Star because, I mean, of the other 4 provisions, I felt like playing this over Red Haze. So that's the deck, and let's go see how it performs, and hopefully our viewer who requested this enjoys. I think he was giving us a difficult challenge, but we'll see how it goes. So we have our first game here then, going up against Reckless Fury. Haven't seen that in a little bit actually, although this is a very good thing for us to lock. So we have our Northern Wind, we have Letho Kingslayer, which is nice. We don't really want Hunting Pack because we want to get out with Artorias Vigo. We have a couple ways to interact with him. Usually I want to try and get most of the bombs in 1 round, right, for a lot of value. There's Uncrate Longship. Excellent target for our bombs. He's going to give it a Veil. I don't care. We're just going to hit with a bomb, get our Madoc out, Letho Kingslayer it, and hopefully we'll be set there. Also, I've been noticing a slight decrease in the number of squirrels, because if you're playing Madocs and they play Squirrel, right, you want to have your Madoc come back the turn you activate its order, so it can't be squirreled. But you can do more flexible things with it if they like threaten to bring it back, or you can bring it back more if they don't squirrel it, basically. Also, in between like round 1 and 2, if they win, they'll usually play a squirrel and banish it. But if they don't have squirrel, which we haven't seen a lot of recently, we'll deal with that. Okay, so Brockbar Hunter, Portal, he's going pretty hard here. I imagine we're just going to start bombing Letho Kingslayer. Here we go. This will be very difficult for him to deal with because it looks like he's relying a lot on damage. And looks like he's trying really hard for this round 1. He probably has something that he probably has some combo for round 2. So I'm probably trying to round 2 combo us, or for a specific round 3 short round. And either of those I don't want to deal with. So if we can just force a lot with Madoc here, we'll be in a good spot. If we Cataclysm, okay. Oh, Dagger 2 Blades, he's going in here. I think if we can take this round and deal with all of his stuff, we'll be in a good spot. I think that's all we really have to do here. So what I want to do is we're going to use this order, and we're going to play a bomb probably. So let's just take this out. Let's hit a bomb onto Dagger. He'll be able to damage. That wasn't a bomb. He will be able to damage our Madocs, right, to boost his Dagger, but not a lot, right? He's not going to Giga Scorpion or something to boost it up quite a bit. And if he doesn't boost his Dagger enough, we're just going to bomb it again. And if we bomb it again, I think we've got this. Yeah, so wait, he might just be leaving here. We have a very strong setup. I don't know how he's going to deal with this. And he's already used his Dagger. If he comes back, we'll go to round 2. Because we'll probably take this round. So we're going to kill Dagger. He's not going to be able to boost it out of range of our removal. And then in round 2, we'll lock down him. He won't have access to Reckless Fury. And we'll go with the Kolgrim and such. we're in a really good spot whenever we get Letho Kingslayer off on Madoc round 1. And his deck seems like it's very heavily reliant on removal. So kind of looks like he just can't deal with this, so he disconnected on us. That's what I think is going on here, at least. Because I think he realizes he made a mistake committing the dagger here. And there we go. That was a very quick game 1. Don't worry, we'll get into some more here. Okay, so we have a second game here. Hopefully this guy doesn't disconnect very quickly. I'm not sure what our opponent was doing that last game. Well, I think I know what they were doing, but I think it wasn't working out for them. Now here, on the other hand, we have our Madoc in our hand, which is obviously going to leave our hand. Blaze of Glory, very dangerous, but then again, a very good target for Lockdown, because if we can get into a round where we've won a round and he has to win and has not used Blaze of Glory yet, he can't Blaze of Glory iced, right? Or ice Blaze of Glory, probably should say it in the right order. And we can stop that, we get a huge amount of value, because that is a massive tempo swing we can deny. That's what we want to go for here. So we're, like I said in the deck overview, sometimes you just want to play Kortha Guad as your opener because we have nothing else as an option. And then you're going to pick the, we'll give him a Viper Witcher because it's not too bad. Oh, we still Heart of Terror. That's a great start here. So, here, like I was saying before I went off that little tangent what we were doing. Cut and job you did there. Thank you, thank you. We didn't have any good openers, right? Because we can't play our hunting pack, we don't want to drop Fifion or obviously Letho or Kolgrim, so. And then the tactics card, the look our top 3 cards, we could just get 3 bombs, and that'd be pretty bad too. But here we can at least start playing bombs. I think we want to banish this so we can't bring it back with Herald. There's Northern Wind. We'll just banish this in the dock, and the next turn we will use our Letho on it. And that'll get us into a very good position once again. We have to be careful about his round 3 because Ice Blaze of Glory, Yalmar, Herald, all the power cards just present so much value in a very few number of cards that it's going to be almost impossible for us to overcome. We just have to, we're going to have to win round 1. We're going to have to force a round 2 where we can get something done. Because in a round 3 that goes like 10 cards, we don't really have a chance. Let's do this here. Not bad. Okay. Now, coated weapons would not have been great here. We can still play our hunting pack and then use Artorias Vigo for something other than a hunting pack, which is probably what we want to do. But for now, let's just see what he's going to do. We have both our Madocs set up. He did damage our one Madoc, so he could possibly use Blood Eagle and just play out whatever he wants. But I think he's debating here how far he wants to go in the round. We here have a couple of plays I'm willing to do. So hunting pack, fine. Another bomb, fine. An Ironmancy, fine. And our look at the 3 cards, fine. But I do not want to play Kolgrim or Fifion yet. All-Seeing could also be alright here. I think we just bomb this. Madocs are going to miss, but they come back without the 1 damage on them. But we're going to just play out here and go for our Vigo. Now we do have our hunting pack already out. And in our hand, I mean. Didn't really think about that. We'll just go for a Viper. I kind of forgot that I was holding a hunting pack. I went for the Artorias Vigo play. Slightly not good. We'll just make sure he can't get this order off. Because I don't think there's going to be anything else we really want to use Collar on. Especially if we have another bomb in our hand. I don't think he's going to commit anything big here, so we'll just use the Collar before the round ends. Because I imagine he's just going to pass soon. Raiding Fleet comes out. Alright, gonna get another ship. Oh, it's gonna go in the range row. That's great for our Madocs. Fun fact, if you... Well, not a fun fact. Madoc, creating a Cataclysm over a Cataclysm, it just adds to the duration. We have 2 turns of Cataclysm, we don't lose the value necessarily. So we take a damage on Madoc. Good. They're absorbing damage for us. This is very good. Now, here, we're going to use both these Madocs. So 1, he gets 1 turn of Cataclysm. 2, he has 2 turns of Cataclysm. And we're going to Moondust in the front here. Get back Madocs. They don't have the 1 damage on them anymore. Then he's going to take 3 damage on his ship. I don't think he's going to play anything else in the ranged row. He might play, oh yeah, Haymay Protector. He might go for that. But that's not too big a deal. We can deal with that. It's going to take, we hit it with a bomb, it'll die to the Cataclysm damage. Or we can just stack some more Cataclysms into its row. Maybe go for the tactile decision here. Now, we have more bombs in our deck we can always access too. And we always have the option of the, we take a damage there. I like taking the damage on the Madocs, because we can just sacrifice them for their order, and then do it again. I think we're going to, what you saw me do right there was check how many bombs were in the deck. Sadly, we didn't get any. Yeah, I was counting how many bombs were in the deck to see the chance of getting one from this. And I thought it would be pretty good, but we can at least take out the Helmet Protector here. We'll knock it down to 3, it'll take 3 Cataclysm damage, and it'll die with the Heart of Terror. Not bad. We have the Gorthor Guad order, we want to use that fairly, probably not necessarily soon, but we'll see where we use it. We do have 2 Cataclysms in the range row, which he will probably never put something into. I take that back, he has another Demon Light Longship. He does put something to that row, that's good for us. We can't bring back our Madocs anymore, we have no more access to bombs. We can't play our Hunting Pack just now, so might be forced to pass, although we can go for All-Seeing here. It's not bad. We'll just give him something else on top of his deck that's not very good. Try and stack that, since we didn't get to play all the Viper Witchers here. There's nothing I really want to put on top of his deck, I think, so we'll just pass back to him. Well, not pass, we'll end our turn. Light Longship taking some damage here. He might play... Okay, he's going to have a second Protector in his hand. That's quite good for him. I think here we might... Let's see. We can't play Hunting Pack. Would have liked to. No, the reason we can't is because we used the Purify Bomb on her earlier. 3 damage. We do get the Light Longship, but that's not too good either. He just needs 9 points here, or 6, because he has 3 on his order ability. So I'm sure he'll be able to do this. Yeah, that'll work. Be worth 8, and then he'll have his 3 more, so he'll move on to the next round here. We are going to win round 2, so this is the nice thing about losing round 1. We're going to go for 3 rounds. If we lose round 1, we go first round 2 if they drive pass, right? So when we play, when we win, we go first to round 3, and we get to lock them down right there. So honestly, that's not too bad. It's one of those situations where I like going first in round 3, even if it means losing round 1. Get the Hunting Pack here, because we drew 2. If he just passes, we'll get rid of the second Hunting Pack too, because we still have Artorias Vigo. Actually, I think we played Artorias Vigo, but we don't really want it here. What I want to do is him to pass, and we'll stack his deck, and then do Alchemist. Although I don't think there's anything in his graveyard I really want to stack onto it. I might just Alchemist first. It's probably better. Okay, Susan passed. Let's see what's in his graveyard before we Alchemist. Actually, no, we're Alchemist first, right? There's nothing good. Should probably double check. Yeah, nothing here I really want put on top of my deck. There's some that aren't bad, but I'd rather just try and take something better from him. What do we give him? We give him a Hunting Pack, and we just try not to draw the other one. Because we already played our Artorias Vigo. We'll give him one of those. Oh, we stole Herald! Oh, we stole Herald. This guy's gonna be so mad. We took Heart of Terror and Herald so far. Let's give him a Haymaker Protector on top of his deck too. Cut and job you did there again. Yeah, it was actually. It was all skill. Now, we have a Herald. We don't have any Bronze Warriors, so it doesn't actually do us any good to play him. And he's not going to get his Devotion Evolve either. Maybe we just put him back in our deck. We have to make sure we don't draw that hunting, or that, yeah, you know, the hunting guy. Hunting Pack here, because we only have 1 left. So I want some more bombs, though. We just get rid of Herald. Do we have any gold cards left in our deck other than Herald, actually? We don't. Oh, I think we have to risk getting rid of our Roderick then. He's not gonna get Hunting Pack. That's fine. That's fine. We can probably still play through this lockdown right away. He doesn't get his big ice swing now, which is quite good. I guess we'll probably just start with an Alchemist, right? Yeah, we'll start with Alchemist before we play Cynthia. Let's give him, oh, Meridian Bomb probably. Roderick's actually good for him, but I don't think he's going to draw it. He could though, because some people play Scald. So let's just give him a Meridian Bomb. Oh, that's convenient. We got our Hunting Pack back. Hunting Pack's now live again. Let's call that planned. Calculated move. This has been a very high luck factor game. Not that I wouldn't have been able to win otherwise, but it's pretty weird. Usually you don't get lucky like this. Good thing we're recording this one. Oh, there's a great bomb target. Let's see, this is a northern wind too, so we can banish it in case he's playing Syndicate for his rights. I don't think many people are, but I've seen at least one person get our Madocs back. There's no way he plays anything in the range row this time, right? Because he's played both his light longships. That's the only thing with a ranged order I believe that he has. Tier Sec Invader. Sure. Has Veil, so here we go with our hunting packs. He might be testing for this. I mean, there's no reason not to do this, because we can Oniromancy a bomb out of our deck, if we need to. He's going to banish one, with a squirrel. I mean, the squirrel's a very low tempo play, so we don't mind if he does that, because we only have the option to do one more bomb anyway. Coated weapons, 5 damage removal is nice here too. I don't know about Cynthia. I don't think the Guardian will do much here. Does he have a Bronze Warrior? We banished a couple. Okay, he has a Handmade Protector. He doesn't have any of the other ones. Should really kill that because it has the option, has the opportunity to make a lot of our value be negated. We have left. We have Dimeridian Bombs, our only bomb. I think we're going to Oniromancy for that at some point in our Madoc's back. Brocklar Hunter. Okay, he damages down. We have Cynthia. We're going to finish. We have 3 plays left, right? It's going to be Fifion, Kolgrim, Oniromancy. Kolgrim second to last, who gets 2 turns. Fifion before Kolgrim, so Oniromancy is our last play. We'll finish with a bomb. Get an extra point on Kolgrim then, from having 1 more deck differential. Alright, he has an order. I wonder what he's trying to set up. We'll just Defender it. I don't think he can go through this. He has a 4 health, 7. It's a 7 health, 4 armor. It's 11 total stats he has to go through. I don't really see. Oh, he could Yalmar it, but then he can't Yalmar Kolgrim, right? Yeah, there's Yalmar. He's gonna Yalmar this down. Louis banishes 10. I don't know. He has an 8 left, right? I think with the Witcher guy. Yeah, that's what he did. The Bear Witcher Adept. So we'll have to use that order too. He still has. So we have to Kolgrim here. He still has Blood Eagle. We know he doesn't have Heart of Terror, right? Because we stole it in the beginning of the game. So that's how. And after his Yalmar, he has no answer to this. I don't think they run any other removal that can deal with the Kolgrim. It's out of Giga Scorpion decoction range by 1, 2. So I think this is safe here. The question, and we took his Herald, so I don't think he has any big tempo plays left. He might have let's see, what's it called? Hemdall. Hemdall would be good. Comes down for 5, 8, 13. That would put him up ahead of us by 4. But Kolgrim's going to get another 6 next turn. And then we get the bomb for 4. And get 7 or 8 from our graveyard. 12, 18. So we get 18 next turn. Oh, 19, I mean. Get plus 7 on Kolgrim. Yutta. What's he saving for last play? Because if he played Yutta last, it would have gotten full value for 12. Must be some kind of removal or something. Maybe it's Dark Mirror. Because Dark Mirror would be really sad, but no one really plays that. Madoc. Hemdall's very strong here, but it won't be enough. I'm really curious why he didn't wait to play Yutta. What does he value saving for last over that? Maybe some kind of Garrow? I'm not sure. Might be. What's he gonna do? Blood Eagle, yeah, okay. So why not play Yutta last? What are you trying to get out of your deck that's gonna save you? Because you don't have Heart of Terror, and he's not a warrior anymore. Ice is gonna do nothing for you. You could have at least used Ice to. No, whatever. I think he may have made a miscalculation there, although it would not have mattered because he couldn't get off the deployability of Iced. GG. So going into game 3 here, I'm very impressed we managed to beat that Iced deck with Blaze of Glory. It's a very strong deck. I honestly thought this deck would be pretty bad, but it's done very well. Other than, so I did these 3 games, obviously we're going to get rid of Madoc here. And we want to find our Letho Kingslayer, but we have Oniromancy. So, before these games, I played like 10 or so games with this deck before starting recording, so I get an idea for it. I don't like just going in with the decks before I've tried them out at all. But let's see how it does here. It's actually done far better than I anticipated. I anticipated like less than a 50% win rate for sure with this deck. But it's actually done quite well, and it's pretty fun. People don't expect Lockdown for sure. Anyway, talking about this game here, we open with Cynthia because it's our best opener we have. We have several bombs. I'm guessing we're going to lose our Madoc to some of his... He might not be playing Madoc actually, but Nilfgaard is one of the most common factions to have Madoc in Northern Wind. And they could hit us with the Invocation too if they really want to. For Vigo, Hunting Pack, he played something with Veil. We'll just take the opportunity to do this. Nice little 12-point play. Let's see what he does here. Obviously we can Coded Weapons this guy to kill it. Urchin of Erlewald. But then he gets another one for next round. I'm not too concerned about that. If I don't have any other answers for it this round, I will kill it with tactical weapons, which is what I'm going to do. But if I had a different answer to it, like maybe I could hit with 2 bombs and kill it, but we can't because it'll just transform it to the immune version, right? So I'd rather just deal with it and deny this 4 to 5 points it'll boost by. Coup de Grace, interesting. Probably on Artorias Vigo. Yeah, there it is. What's he gonna get with it? I'm not sure. If he's playing a more standard deck, which based on the Urchin of Erlewald, he may not be. Although to be fair, I like Urchin of Erlewald. I think it's a strong card. It just doesn't fit into most decks, especially with its removed at 5 value. So he's going for a Fangs of the Empire, so he's got poisons. Okay, not too bad. Artorias Vigo got boosted by 1. That's a fantastic target for a Dimeridian Bomb. Or even really any bomb. Probably Dimeridian Bomb though. Because we get our Madoc out, we kill it, it's 4, we get full damage value. Let's get rid of Erlewald now. Get rid of Erlewald. It's not guaranteed he gets a boost from Artorias Vigo. We'll lock it here. Just in case. As if we kill the Artorias Vigo, he gets another turn of Urchin of Erlewald boosts. But if we kill the Urchin of Erlewald, it's not guaranteed he'll create something that wasn't in his deck for Artorias Vigo. And I was thinking about it and realized that should probably just lock it with Collar because we're not going to have any other good targets. Since we have enough removal to deal with most things he's going to play. So Collar becomes less important for its lock since we have a lot of damage. If we didn't have bombs in our hand, I would have kept onto Collar more. Yeah, we expected this, right? Because we played the poison with Artorias Vigo, he'd definitely have another one in hand. Now, though, it's definitely time to get Madoc out. So, bomb. If he lets us, we will then Letho Kingslayer. This is also the moment we find out if he is going to be playing Madoc or not. If he is, this is getting Northern Winded. Then we have to Northern Wind him back, but we'll see. We will see. Kolgrim here, we're not going to play until round 2 or 3. So, when I was playing earlier, there were a couple situations where you go hard in round 1, right? So you play hard in round 1, you win round 1, and if you don't think your opponent has removal for Kolgrim, or if you have Fifion and it's a short round 2, you're down a card, you can just go for it in a short round 2 or something with Kolgrim, and then if they just don't have removal, it's just so many points, right? So here's his Artorias Vigo, this time for a lock. Yeah, so like I was saying, you can also take round 2, 1 and 2. If you can win round 1 and set up your Kolgrim for round 2, that's how you scam people out of wins. Use Lockdown for that. Yeah. Here, though, we're going to have our second Madoc in the form of Letho Kingslayer. And it looks like we're in a very good spot here. Most of his round has not been very optimal here. I'm guessing he has Hunting Pack in his hand and won to Artorias Vigo early. Otherwise, he would have gone for that. He's just going to straight use his leader ability here. Not a terrible choice, otherwise we're going to lock it down. Now our hand is probably not great. We really don't want him to see this Northern Wind, though. He's got like a decent chance of getting it, which would be pretty sad. Looks like he didn't pick it, though. Okay, War Council. The thing I keep calling Tactical Decision, because that does the same thing as the leader ability. What's he going to get here? Urchin of Erlewald, the thing we killed earlier. Alright, so now at this point, I really want to win this round, and we have the option to do so through bombs, but we're going to take some armor here, and we're going to lose a couple points, right? Because Cataclysm here is going to be worth 3, if it hits no armor, which it probably will hit some armor, we lose 5 from our Madoc. So we do want to get rid of him. If we do 4 damage to Erlenwald, we have a decent chance of the Cataclysm killing it. I mean, it's been a while since I took statistics classes, but I'm pretty sure that the chances are high enough that it's worth trying. So here we go. And then we can just pass right. Moon Dust, hit. 1 health, get back Madoc, hit him. Nice, we took him out. So here, we're still ahead. If we didn't kill him, we would just pass coming up, right? So here he goes. He has Lady of the Lakes for her shield. It's very interesting. I quite like Lady in the Lake, or Lady of the Lake. I like using her, and the art and all that. I think it's a good card, but I have trouble finding spots for it outside of Duel on Northern Realms or something. Although I will point out, our one viewer who loves all these Nilfgaard decks keeps telling me that if you put this shield on prize-winning cow, it's good. And I'll be honest, if you can transform prize-winning cow into short reliably, it's not bad, but come on. It's not like it's amazing or something. Alright, so here he is. He has 2 shields. We'll likely hit both if we use our Madoc here. We could pull our bomb out. Yeah, let's go for this. We'll hit this. We'll keep pressuring here. Well, not pressuring, we'll just keep keeping up. We'll take out the Artorias Vigo, bring back the Madoc again. He'll lose 1 point here, guaranteed, so we'll be up by 1. And we always have our leader ability. I feel no compulsion to keep it ready now that he's used his. It only gives us 6 points from the operatives. Kind of, I mean, for a leader ability to give you 6 points, Lockdown's really best when you lock out the other opponent's leader ability. And in order to do that, you really need to go first in a round after winning a previous round. Doesn't matter if it's round 3 and you go first and you're 1-1 in rounds, or if it's round 2 and you go first and you won round 1. You really want to use it in a scenario where that round you want to be the final round, and the opponent and you go first, right? Or you go before your opponent expects it. So like in round 2, you just like say drop a card, like an alchemist or something, and they don't drop their leader ability, and then you go for it. Hefty Helga. Alright, I feel no problem dropping Fifion here. We want to really deny value here. I want to win this round. He might kill it. We have our War Council. If we had Moondust still, this would have been great. Purify and kill. But we don't. I'll be honest, I don't remember this card ever. Cadavir? What does this card even do? What is this? Poison enemy, then spawn a base copy of it. 9 provisions? Huh. Weird. So we're running at poison here, so we can Kolgrim. He's gonna be worth like 10. It's not the worst thing ever. He didn't remove our Fifion yet. We'll just go for the Kolgrim. I mean 11, he'll get 10 boosts. And then we'll pass. We probably don't need War Council. I've really never seen that card before, like played ever. Fangs the Empire, so it was used for a poison and becomes self-defense. I mean, Kolgrim's still going to boost up. Fine. Still okay. War Council probably... Actually, Kolgrim doesn't boost himself enough, so we War Council, Kolgrim with another boost point, and we'll probably use our leader ability. Let's see what we get. Hopefully not bombs. Oh, those are all bombs. Looks like we'll pick Viper Witcher here. Be worth the most points. The Coded Weapons does 5. Viper Witcher also does 5. And it's... yeah. Because the Coded Weapons actually only does 4 because there's nothing worth 5 that we can hit. And we'll just deploy these lockdown charges. See if that's enough to take the round. There's no point holding on to that. Should be fine. Up by 11. Kolgrim's not high enough that invocation or anything wins. We have a lot of carryover in our 2 Madocs, so I feel pretty confident here still. What we do want to do in round 2, though, is we want to force out Masquerade Ball, because I think he's playing Masquerade Ball. We want to force him to play that. Bomb's not bad. Oneiromancy's definitely good. I don't think I want Coded Weapons, though. Viper Witcher, I mean, it's okay. go for another game of that bomb. That one's the least favorite of mine. One does 4 damage. Now I want him to play Masquerade Ball, because I think he's using it in his deck. So we start with All Seeing, and then hopefully he's forced to commit Masquerade Ball. He'll create an Aristocrat, and we can pass. So we'll be on even cards round 3. He'll have no Masquerade Ball, and that should win us the game because we have so much carryover in Madoc. So we'll go All Seeing, stack his deck with his worst card. Oh, if he has Masquerade Ball, he'll be forced to play it at this point. Put that back on top of his deck. He plays Masquerade Ball. We pass. He has to play something else. 5 cards versus 5 cards round 3. He has no Masquerade Ball. He has no leader ability. We have Madoc. 2 Madocs still. Should be good for us. There's the Masquerade Ball. Yes, it's exactly what we wanted to happen. Then we'll pass here. And that should be that. I think that'll seal up this round at least. Instant pass. He has to play something. Probably another Aristocrat. Oh, is he gonna leave? I mean, I don't think he's in an unwinnable position. I just think that we've played this out exactly how we want to. Alright, well, while he's doing this... Oh, he's back. Nice. So he'll play something here. A lot of disconnect people recently. Even had one where the server crashed, gave us a draw. It's pretty interesting. So he's going to play our things, the Empire of the Thirsty Dame. Sure. And then he's going to pass. We'll go to round 3, even cards. I think this is a good spot. Definitely a good spot. What I want here is as many bombs as possible, right? Because they give us the most value of all the cards left in our deck. And Worth of Gwent's not bad, though. We can stack his deck and then play the Viper Witcher Mentor. Coated Weapons, no, I want a bomb instead. Although we can't draw, right? Because if we get Roderick, we have no targets. Yeah, so we can't risk drawing Roderick. We have to pass. Or finish drawing. No, always default to pass when I say we have to. Yeah, I don't think we can play. We just can't. If we get Roderick, we just lose. And I don't want to put Gortha Guad back in case we draw Roderick. Because that's not really a winning play here. Now, he's going to go with a Thirsty Dame. Fine, we'll just bomb it. Take care of that. Actually, we can Coated Weapons it, but because if we bring... we'll just bomb it. If we bring Madoc's back, he just won't put stuff in Madoc's row, right? If we play Coated Weapons first, but I want the 5 damage reach of the Coated Weapons. So we'll go with this. We have access to 1 more bomb. Gortha Guad. Probably for Viper Witcher Mentor. Hopefully gives us a good boost. Alright, so he's going to play something that's melee locked. Be smart, he'll lock. Oh well. Well, we have our Viper Witcher here.
Your life was worth it.
We can hold on to our Cataclysm for now because we might not have another target for our Coated Weapons. We have 1, 2 bombs. Dimmernium bombs is definitely better here. It's the best choice for our Oniromancy. So that's what we'll be going for. Next turn he'll probably drop a Coated Weapons. Tourney Joust. What's he gonna kill? Okay, that's what I'd expect. So here we're gonna probably play Coated Weapons because he might have a lot of removal cards left and we don't want to be stuck with something we can't play. Especially when we have to play a bomb out of our deck still. So we'll just do that. See what he goes for. We did lose a value on the bleeding there, not the biggest deal. We have our Viper Witcher Mentor off of Gortha Guad. We'll probably finish with that and this turn play a bomb unless he doesn't play a unit. That'll be our game plan. Coup de Grace, kill Madoc, give himself a Madoc. Yeah, it feels like this was not his goal. So our Madoc just comes back. It was essentially a 3-point play for him. He gave himself 3. Because we weren't going to use the Cataclysm order there. So we'll just go for the bomb now. Pyromancy, Dimmernium Bomb. Get rid of this Madoc. He doesn't play Madoc, so it's not coming back. We get ours back. We're up by 8 with a probably about a 10-point finisher on the Mentor. So we should be set here, as we were expecting after that round 2 where you lost his Masquerade Ball. Yeah, he realizes it. GG. Take another win. In conclusion then, what do I think about the deck? It performed much better than I anticipated, but there's a couple cards that didn't really show their value here, and one of those is worth the all-seeing, because the only thing we have to combo with him is our Viper Witcher Alchemist, right? We don't have Cantarella, so we can't steal their card. What I ended up mostly using Morit for was putting their lowest cost card on top of their deck, which is not bad for our strategy, right? And it is a 7-point play, but of everything in the deck, he felt like he fit the least. So anyway, from the top, all these cards up here did quite well. Fifion, like I said, it's a flex slot. You can put in, I know one of our viewers will be putting in K here, but you can put in anything you want. Anna Henrietta's not a bad choice. I tried that out for a few games. There's a lot of choices you can go for. Or you can even flex some other cards around, right? So like you could have, I don't know, Bribery or something. So worth the all-seeing, he did alright, right? So I wouldn't necessarily recommend cutting him, unless you thought you definitely want to put in instead. But there's options, right? You can change, as always when I say there's a deck, you can change around as many cards as you want to fit your playstyle, right? So Vigo, Cynthia, Cynthia's value really comes from the Guardian. It seems like it worked out pretty well. As far as the bombs go and the coded weapons, there's a lot of removal here, right? So we have, what, 6 bombs, 2 coded weapons. That's a lot. But it never came up that it was too much. So yeah, coded weapons seem fine. The Alchemist, Hunting Pack, and Witchers seem fine. You can change these if you want to. It's not too big a deal. As far as the bombs go, we take a look for a second at the bomb collection. Northern Wind's definitely my favorite. But Moondust came up much more than I anticipated. I ended up purifying, not in these 3 games that were in this video, but in the games I was playing before, the Purify came up quite a bit, honestly, which was impressive. For defenders, mostly. We have Dancing Star. Salmon. I really wish that there was, like, a mid-range bomb, right? So you have these 4 provision, 5 provisions, and then there's... Puffball is very situational, but I wish there was, like, an 8 or 9 provision bomb, right? Like a gold one, other than Dragon Stream. Because Dragon Stream's interesting, but it really doesn't synergize with the bomb deck, right? Because you need a row full of stuff for Dragon Stream, and with the other bombs just blowing stuff up. So I really wish it was like an 8 or 9 provision gold bomb, but whatever. Maybe they'll add one, maybe not. It'd be cool. Anyway, I don't know what it'd be. So this is the deck. What I would change is, I think I'm going to keep the deck in an unusual twist here. I think I'll keep this deck the same for now. But if you wanted to change stuff around, I think the best options would be to take out War at the All-Seeing, maybe Fifion, and then work something with these provisions you got, right? Maybe you don't like Dancing Star. You got 3 cards and 21 provisions. I think the deck's fine like this. Maybe put in a Moondust here to fill in the bomb slots. Maybe 5's enough. But then you have a lot of provisions to work with. You can go to like Nilfgaard, and here you have options. Right, so you can fit in, if you wanted to fit in stuff, you could fit in what you want. Like you could fit in Invocation. Maybe you like Vincent. Maybe you want a Geralt in your deck. maybe you want a Catavrine in your deck. I don't know why, but maybe you do. Anyway, this is what you can do. So, yeah. This is what I would do. Is I'm going to keep it the same for now, keep trying it out. But there's a lot of options for what you could change and play around with if you wanted to. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see all of you next time.